Do you think Denmark deserves to be the second happiest country in the world?
Oh, it's a great question.
Denmark is ranked the second happiest country in the world. Not for the first time, not even for the second time, but for the 8th time in a row.
What is the country in the first place?
Denmark is number 2.
Oh wow,
Yeah. So now the reason why Denmark is the second happiest country in the world is usually because of factors such as good welfare system, a good work-life balance, and there's high level of trust in the society. On paper, that sounds like the perfect recipe for happiness.
I think it's hard for Denmark to try and change the way people are. Being the second happiest is as good as it might be.
But how does that translate into the everyday life of the average Dane?
That is such a hard question.
Yeah, it is a hard question.
Speaking about coping, how did you cope with the weather when you first came? Where would that stress come from?
Like existentialism.
So today I'm in the streets of Copenhagen to ask the Danish public whether they're truly happy or if they have a second opinion. So now we have to find Danish people to actually interview. A lot of people say no, some people say yes, they vibe with you. So now we have to find those people who can vibe with us. So I have spotted a Danish person. Hopefully he'll be keen to be on an interview. Hi sir, are you Danish?
Yeah.
I'm making a YouTube video. I'm asking Danish people a question. Would you don't want to be? Oh no worries. Have a nice day. Rejection. I'm making a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I'm asking Danish people some questions. Would you like to be part of it?
No, thank you.
Have a nice day. Another rejection. Let's go. I think I'm gonna have at least 5 rejections until getting the first interview, which is pretty normal here in Denmark. Hello. Are you Danish? I'm making a YouTube video about why Denmark is the second happiest country in the world. And I need a Danish opinion. Would you like to be part of the video?
Okay, sure.
Nice. Let me just take out the microphone. I just introduced a topic to you a little bit. That Denmark is the second happiest. It's ranked the second happiest country in the world by the World Happiness Report for 8 times in a row.
Yeah, I've heard
From 2018 until 2025, like this year. Do you think Denmark deserves to be the second happiest country in the world?
If we deserve,
Yeah.
I think every country deserves to be a happy country.
Yeah.
But I think that it's kind of a misunderstanding that people are so happy. I understand why. We are on paper very happy. We've both been traveling the world a lot and seen many different cultures who are not listed as the happiest people in the world. When you are with people from some of these different cultures, the vibe and the feeling with them, within them, their own country, culture, feels more light and happy and joyful. I understand that we are listed as a happy nation because of all the privilege we have.
The welfare system and etc. stuff.
Yeah. We don't really have anything to fear. I mean, there's always some sort of safety for us. We can always manage whatever happens for most people, of course. Compared to other cultures I've seen, joy is not the same as that definition of happiness.
Obviously, many Danes haven't lived abroad, so it's also kind of hard for me to answer how it would be in another country.
Because you're in a bubble.
We're very much in a bubble here.
Yeah.
I study in university with international students, so I have some insight to like how it is different there, and definitely like when they speak on like some of the subjects that they experience, such as just housing and just survival in general. It's like sometimes you get the feeling that we might take things a little bit for granted here.
I think it's a complicated answer, but in
I do complicate it. So.
Yeah, in general, yes, I think that it is. I mean, as compared to where I come from in the US, there are these social safety nets that don't exist in the US that I think make people happier because they have this understanding that they will be taken care of by the state. And then, of course, healthcare is incorporated in that. It took me a long time after I moved here to start saying healthcare instead of health insurance. And you still have to pay for certain things, but it's generally taken care of by the state.
It's more like for tourists and people coming to Denmark that it seems like it's the happiest country. It's not everybody that is as happy as you actually think they might be. different from other countries. I think Denmark is a pretty decent country. You see like everybody's happy. It's a family place. People out with the family having fun.
I see.
At that point, it is a happy country and way more happier than
Other countries.
Yeah, than other countries.
Yeah. So you're saying like Denmark is more content than happy? Like they're more stress-free than actual happiness?
People are not stress-free here.
No. So do you think since the government like provides the safety net, you get A-Kasse, SU and all that, you don't have to worry about money basically?
Yeah.
Do you think that adds to the stress or does it remove the stress?
It removes that stress for sure, because we're a resourceful country and we do have a lot of opportunity and options in general. So obviously we don't have to worry about paying for education. We don't have to worry about getting sick and like having healthcare and stuff. It leaves privileged room for other like worries and other kinds of stress.
Well, like where would that stress come from?
Like existentialism. What's the purpose in life? What are we supposed to do? Do we just wake up and work from like 8 to 4 every day and then come home, make dinner, and like prep for the next day, and every day just looks the same? Like where's the freedom to do all of the other more inspirational kind of stuff in life?
Can you guess what is the happiest country in the world? Number one.
It's Finland, no?
Yes, how do
Yeah,
you
I think in Denmark we're very proud of that statistic, so everyone kind of keeps tabs on it and who's like the one who wins.
Since Finland is number one, what do you think Denmark needs to do to finally beat them after 8 years? Finland,
We need more saunas.
One thing I know about Finnish and Danish people is that we're not very open people. And they are even less open. They don't like to talk, you know.
The problem is with Danish people, when we find our people, we exclude. Maybe one thing the Danish people can learn is be more open to meet new people.
I think it's hard for a country to change that way, because it would be hard for Denmark to try and change the way people are. Just being the second happiest is as good as it might be.
They have a lot of saunas in Finland. Maybe that's why they're happy.
That might be one of the reasons.
When you said Finland and saunas, I was just thinking about those. All of these places, cold plunge and saunas are popping up everywhere here in Copenhagen and the rest of the country as well. And it's becoming more popular to acknowledge that as a part of people's lives. It's not only freaks and weirdos and witches and...
So more mindfulness and yoga classes and stuff like this in Denmark.
Yeah.
I think we've reached like a certain peak in happiness where we have it all, so abundance doesn't like necessarily make you more happy.
How would you define happiness from your own perspective?
Freedom is number one.
Yeah, freedom of choice.
I think it's some very American answers, but like safety and freedom and healthcare, that's like the base of it. And then comes like your personal needs. But that's your own responsibility. So
I think that it means peace of mind. You know, I'm not having anxiety that I'm going to be one step away from a crisis of money or of any of the of health or these sorts of things. You know, and like I'm pregnant, and you know, thank you. And I think it costs something. I think the last time I checked, it cost something like $50,000 to have a baby in the United States right now. And you know, here it doesn't cost that much. So I guess. I guess I'm still on about healthcare, but it means a lot to me. And I think that sense of peace of mind. And then, you know, in the hierarchy of things that you need to be happy, I think that is the baseline. And from there are these other, you know, mechanisms of friendships and after you have that security, then happiness, I think, is built on a lot of other things also, but you need that foundation first.
It's gonna sound a little bit corny,
No one
but
does.
I think for me personally, it's a feeling that comes from the inside. Of course, you need safety and family and so on. But like, if you have those like core things, I think that's happiness for me. And then everything else is just noise.
I mean, I would define happiness by being able to be yourself, chill in yourself, and find rest in yourself. It doesn't really matter if people like you, as long as you're just enjoying yourself and enjoying your life. That's probably the happiest way to be.
The first thing that comes in my mind is relationships with people in my life. That is the most important thing to me. Not just love relationships, but friends, family, just being close and sharing intimacy with people, not only physically, but emotionally, sharing your heart with other people. In my perspective, some of that is hard to practice here in Denmark because we are just starting to acknowledge that as a part of our well-being. To me, happiness has nothing to do with my job. It has something to do with the
people around you.
The people around me, and also that I spend my time doing something that fulfills me from the heart.
That's a good answer. What about you?
So I may be kind of affected by my educational background, but I think it's partly about a healthy body, a healthy mind, and then definitely social relations, that you have people in your life you care about and who cares about you, and they're there in the hard times and the good times and everything.
So I just want to shift the gears a little bit and talk about things that maybe could cause happiness to reduce. For example, there is a rise in loneliness in Denmark. There's a rise in depression. A lot of people are buying antidepressants. There's high rates of divorce. There's a high alcohol consumption amongst the youth. So my question would be, since Denmark is the second happiest country in the world, how can such issues exist?
I think that those are worldwide issues. I personally would attribute a lot of that to social media and the loneliness part is that we're so much on our phones and things, and I see that in America. I see that with other international friends. It's not something that's localized to Denmark. I think maybe the medical intervention of antidepressants is a good thing and a reason why people feel okay and content, and I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing. As far as drinking and substance abuse and stuff, I'm not totally sure. I mean, you see people being dependent on these things, and hopefully they'll choose healthier methods to cope.
Speaking about coping, how did you cope with the weather when you first came?
I got a happy lamp, but I don't know if that works or if it's the placebo effect, whatever. It's just trying to do things that are bright, and I really bought into the candles in your apartment
from IKEA.
I don't know if that works so much, but
my theory at least is going back to the kind of overabundancy thing. Start to become anxious when you have too many superficial things to think about. Again, I think it's a consequence of being a modern society that these things comes with it. Everyone has ego and social media and stuff.
I feel a lot of the pressure on the young people too, and also growing up, is the social life and people trying to be somebody else and trying to communicate and look like they're happy when they're out with their friends, even though they're not happy with them. That's the same with depression. If you go with people and look happy for half a year, even though you are sad as at home, it's that's going to be one of the reasons also for depression and stuff like that to come up.
Well, probably again because we don't have anything else to worry about. It's again about the resources, I think. So because we don't have to worry about healthcare and we don't have to worry about education or jobs or whatever, we have so much time to worry about our relationship or life with kids or seeking meaning, kind of, probably. And I think that search for meaning can be tough. And that's probably also why we see the divorce rates go up, because we do have the option of getting divorced, and in our culture it's not frowned upon in other cultures.
And that comes back to the problem that I addressed before with us being more individualized and less community minded. And I think that's maybe that maybe that's related.
So that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you have an opinion, put it in the comment section. I read all the comments, so I'll definitely reply back to you.